Hello, this is Firas. Today is the 7th of December, December the 7th, 2018. It is 5:43 p.m. in Reno, Nevada, and the weather is now it's cold. Now, anyway, um, I'm going to look at something here. New York, Chicago, Salt Lake, LA, something. I don't know. Hey. This is the map and this is the time map. Now what we look at is a 2D map, but this is a 4D system. What we look at is a 4D system. Why would I describe it as a 4D system? Because there's some timing in it. Good. So this is a 4D system. Now, and this is how they did represent a 4D system. Good. While I'm going with this, while I'm going with the 4D system, okay, let me print and we'll draw something. We have a 4D system. 4D system. This 4D system have two things. Is like 4D system is, in other words, we describe it as idea. Okay, and have two parts. Have the physical part, physical or virtual, physical or virtual, okay, and we have the financial part, financial, okay. Now if we did look here and sorry, and we said USA, we will look to this map, okay. And if I get back a little bit and said Google diamond date in China, I will see something else. Okay, I will see the same timing system. China 4D. Okay, now this is USA. Now the difference between from the east to the west in USA, we will say like here's 50, here's a 3, and here's 0, here's 5, and here is 0. There's 5 hours from here to here, like 5 hours. Why? Because every longitude, between each longitude there's 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and that the sun, like here's longitude and this is longitude. This thing, like they divided Earth into 360 line, okay, like this, and between each line there's 5 minutes. That 5 minutes is the speed of the circling, 2006. You can calculate it as where's calculator? Here's the calculator. This is a number in kilometer. It's 2667 per hour. This is like how the Earth do circle around. This is the speed, 2000 kilometer, 2676 per kilometer per hour, and that is that this circling thing will create 5 minutes between each longitude. Okay, and we see here there's 5 hours. There's 5 hours. Like if you said 5 hours, if you said 5, I can now 5 hours, multiply that by 360, multiply that 5 hours, multiply that by 60 minutes, equal, divide that into 5 minutes, we will see there's 60 lines. between this point and this point. There's 60 longitude lines. Okay, but here in China we did find, like, here's this one here, the for USA is 60 longitude line. They did 60 longitude lines from Honolulu, from Hawaii, okay, until New York. 5 hours. Now within the, from Alaska, also Alaska, there's Alaska, right? I don't know. Let me see this. Yeah, I thought this is Canada. Anyway, here's LA and here's New York. There's from LA to New York, there's 3 hours. From LA, like this west to east, okay, we have 3 hours. Okay, 3 hours, but this is sea, ocean thing. Okay, but mainly 5 to 3 hours. Okay, good. So the other 2 hours here is another, like you can calculate that 3 hours. Here's that 3 hours, multiply that by 60 minutes, divide that into 5 minutes for each line. That will be 36 lines. Is that 36 to 60 longitude lines that make 5 hours. Good. 5 hours to 3 hours, like this is 60 is the 5 hours thing. Okay, good. Now we will build another system, timing system, that will be China, and we will have a same timing system. It's 9:50. It's Saturday. I don't know if it is morning or night. I have no idea. I think it's the morning. Yeah, it's morning. Okay, it's morning. It's 10 a.m. It's now 10 a.m. for them. Okay, 10 a.m. and it's December the 8th, Saturday, 10 a.m. Right. Good. Now they decided that this is a same timing system. This 4D, China decided when it comes to 4D system that China is going with a fixed timing system. You will see that this is 10 a.m. this location 10 a.m. and they didn't give a damn about what is going with the sun. Okay, this viewer here didn't care about what is a longitude latitude thing. Now we're not gonna follow that sun opinion. Well, it's 2 to 6 7 60. Wow, it's 2 to 6 7. Yeah, I think yeah, 2000. No, not this number. 2667 kilometer per hour. Divide that into 1.6. This is 1666 mile per hour for the sun, and they said no, this is our 3D and 4D, and that thing while creating the time system is not our situation, but we are going with, what is that, UTC plus 8, I don't know, UTC plus 8, UTC plus 8, no, okay. C plus 8 hours. Okay, so in other words, China in tomorrow and China, like there's a day between us and them. And now it's 6 p.m. For them it's 6 p.m. For them it's 10 a.m. Now, for example, Reno here, or Reno is 2 hours. Is that like Reno is here, on the 36? We will say this here is 10. This here is 6 p.m. 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Reno. Okay. Like 6 p.m. Okay. 5 hours. 2 hours here. This will be 4 p.m. 4 p.m. 6 p.m. 7 p.m. 8 p.m. and 8 p.m. Right? I think so. I think so. 6 p.m. 9 p.m. Okay, this will be 16. This is 4 p.m. This is 5 p.m. Yeah, 4, 5, 6 p.m. 7, 8 and 9. From 5 until 9. Count from 5 until 9. 5 p.m. Sorry, I'm from 16. 4 p.m. 5 p.m. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think so. p.m. These are like a little bit. Okay, p.m. And these people said, well, 10 a.m. They said, okay, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. And it's really big. Like, China is not small. Like, well, here's USA and here's China. Like, these are big maps. They said, okay, 10 a.m. Okay. Now this 4D here is what idea is about. Ideas are things waiting to be translated into its physical equivalent and financial equivalent. Good. Now, if you want to enter the Chinese market, okay, now we have, if you want to enter the Chinese market or the US market or the Canadian market, or you are going for, now this is the idea, we are going for the financial part. Okay, we are going for the financial part for two reasons. Because if you have money, if you have money represent the time thing. Okay, and the time thing is the transaction for time is money. Like, here's money and here's time. What do you think? Well, time. Okay, why? Because I can hire somebody and he will give me that 8 hours. Okay, and in other words, money buy time. Like, the money thing is to buy time. If you are going for the money thing, you are going to buy the time. The time of what? Well, I own my time. This is my time. Okay, making living is about giving this time for this amount of money, for this value, amount of list of skills. Here's my list of values, here's your money, and here's my time. Okay, you don't give a shit about my time. I know you look for my list of skills, and that is the corporate ladder, and I will go with that. Good. But if you are on the next, like on the other side of the table, you will say, here's his time, here's his list of skills, okay, and here's this amount of money. Okay, why would you hire somebody? You would hire somebody to buy your own time, not his time. I'm not buying his time, I'm buying my own time. And that is, if you said my own time, that will be investing. Okay, one, by your time, okay. Second, by your time. Okay, there's two way of investing. Even by your time, okay, I'm going to invest some time here, or I'm going to buy my time by your time. There's two things, and they call it, and there's another one like here. They have another two solutions. Okay, they will say, okay, your money or other people money. They will say your money, money, or other people money, or other people money. Okay, or other people money. Your money, other people money. That is investing by your time, or you will invest by your time. Okay, why? Because it is your list of skills, your value, and now to what you are investing in, which is an idea. Okay, ideas are things waiting to be translated into its physical equivalent and financial equivalent, and we are looking to the when we are looking to the financial equivalent, and this will be a physical, okay, bar. No, we are going for the time thing, the time part, which is money. This money thing is this money thing. Okay, I'm going to put some time here. Okay, this money thing, we call it investing your time by your time, or by your time thing. Okay, looking to the Chinese, when they did that, they said, okay, we have the same timing system, we have same timing system, ignoring a huge fact that was 1,666,000 per hour. Okay, did it ignore this huge fact? Okay, why would they do that? Why these people would do that? Here's China, here's USA. They did 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 p.m. and here's China. They said, okay, it's 10 a.m. now. They said, okay, it's 10 a.m. Why would they do that? Why would they change the timing thing? Okay, if I did change timing for some reason, this mean here, if I did change timing, I'm like here. Okay, I will say, okay, by your time, and we are here's a complete country. But no, these people are over. This is stated that this province thing. I don't know how to pronounce it. This state thing, or this thing, is at this time about this industry. This is oil industry. This is clothes industry. This is technology industry. All the people here do work out on this. If you want to study and you want to do this, go to that state and do that and do that, and you will end up that person. Okay, and now for mastermind group, we have some communities. Okay, now mastermind group is to have a good idea. What is the difference between a good idea or bad idea? Well, both they have a physical thing. Good idea and bad idea, they both have physical. Okay, you can product. This is production thing, and this is delivering. This is delivering the product, and this is production and storing and braying. Okay, now this is a good idea and this is a bad idea, but this is maybe a bad idea, but there's some money from it. Okay, how we do it? We do it by your time, or by your time. Okay, and by your time, by other people money, or your money, other people money, or your money. Okay, so um, looking to these, looking to this 4D map, looking to this 4D map, good. Looking to what we have, what we already have, we already have communication and contact centers. We have a contact center. In other words, there's an application of this map. We call like this. Here's a map and here's a contact center. We describe that a contact center. We created something called contact center. What do they mean by that? They created something called, zoom out, contact center. They created something called contact center. The contact center is a payment gateway, a human being, and delivering system, okay, and a phone system. Good. And this contact center, they usually describe it as 24/7 365, okay, sales, customer service, and so on. News, you will see that news is 24/7. We have news every 1 hour. We have an added value. Every 1 hour we have an added value. Every 30 minutes we have an added value. Okay, you can pick the phone and call us any 24/7. Good. Now the China part, when you say, okay, why would they do that? Like here's a planet going around itself 1,666 mile per hour, 2,667 kilometer per hour, and they ignore that fact. Get. And when you look to that, like here's somebody, here's a product, this is Chinese product, and when you look on delivering thing, okay, these people are delivering. Like if you said this is a Chinese product, these people are delivering things. The distribution channel do things like to provide the word. Their distribution channel their ship is sending. Why? Because they are, how that did start for them, like how this thing is working, how they provide, well, with invitations. Chinese embassies, people like me, I can invite people. Like, okay, I will send this an email, and he's like, I can invite him now. Share it. People inside the country, they invite people. Here's the invitation thing from a China, like he did send him, and yeah, okay, let's enter the country. Okay, he have money, doesn't have money, it's now our problem. Okay, he will if he did manage the bar here, okay, the financial part, he will figure it out. Like money is not a situation, okay, if he did find a good idea that we have. Okay, so then the idea will be sent, like free on board. There's a lot of that, like this is an if free on, like why I know is free on board. This is why I did save in my mind. But there's FOB, I love these domains for exporter. By looking to a 4D system, okay, we have the screen, the computer screen, the mobile screen. Looking to a 4D system, like we did have a map, a time and date map, that is a 4D. Well, even if it is a 3D, okay, Google have that, can do that, okay. But 4D, the idea that we have time. Like here's a 2D. Well, the third dimension is this. I can see some. I can zoom in and zoom out. I cannot rate. Okay, now not not the place of talking, but this is a 4D with a fixed. The third dimension here is fixed. 2D are working. Here's this and this. Okay, but and 4D is changing. The 4D is changing here and here and here. Okay. Now a map, a contact center. Okay, map, contact center. Why would I describe a contact center as a 4D? Well, here's a human being, here's a system, and here's the time thing. Here's an inbound calls, here's an outbound calls, here's inbound emails, here's outbound emails, here's inbound chat, here's outbound chat, and so on. There's communication here. Good, it's a 4D system. Looking to the Chinese for timing thing, they did ignore Earth going so fast, and they did ignore that, and they said, okay, it's 10 a.m. everywhere in China. Like, but in Russia here, like this is Russia. I think this is Russia. I don't know. In Russia here, you would say, okay, there's timing thing, right? You have some timing. Okay, so why would you do that? Well, I would do that for the financial part. Okay, and why they are on timing? Like, if you did look to any Chinese videos, you will see they have a culture, they have an operating system. A Chinese dancing, for example. Chinese are playing basketball. These terms. Let me show you something about the Chinese. China show on basketball. China show on basketball. Chinese kids show on basketball. Now this is how obedient student they are. Okay, it's not something that I do describe as good for a child. Here's something on basketball, kids show on basketball. This thing. Now this is Gender. Okay. Describe it, just a second. Now here's somebody that describe it. Synchronized basketball practice dribble routine. This term, synchronized. I want to have this term here. Synchronized routine. Okay, they did reach a culture. Now, yeah, synchronized routine. Okay, now if you what is the synchronized routine here in contact center? Talking to BO and accepting calls, solving problems, right? If you want to a contact center and work as a customer service, what is my job? Well, my job is to, like, what is my
going on in my head. I'm solving shit. Here's somebody who did have that shit thing, and I have to solve it. Okay, but I don't have. I have. He or she will tell me how to solve it. Okay, well, what is my system? My system is a drawing, but I do draw, or I am familiar with this situation, or this is a common situation or problem for everybody. What did happen? There is no service at the moment. Call us, like it will be online like 5 hours from now. That will be 5 minutes. But looking to this again, now let me see if there is some documentary about this. This is Russia, amazing Japanese, China too, soldier marching in a to-perform selling Japanese thing, Chinese military morning sonometer thing, this thing. What you see is, where's that? This thing. What you see is about buying other people's time. This is what the system offer. They offer routine. Like they usually describe it as obedient students, obedient blah blah blah, obedient thing. Okay, routine, organized routine. This is a military, like if you did watch some military thing, this is one of the lands. There's that thing. Yeah, this thing, for example, when you say attack and you go backward and attack the country that you are in. Yeah. Where I'm going with this? Well, I'm going with this. Good. Synchronized routine. I'm not going with this for anywhere. Like this thing, like, did you see this? It's an amazing bar. Now I'm going for an idea. I will but let me show this. Now, if you said this is a waste of time, like this is entertainment. This is something to waste your time. This is an amazing show. This is something to waste your time with. Now that thing, this routine, well, I would say entertainment, wasting other people's time, or production, or financial part. Okay. Now, when we say timing thing, we say professionalism. Like this is a professional production line, and there's a term called mass production. Mass production. Action. I hope I can see something. PCB factory in China. Okay, this is machine. Now let me see these people as making a living. PCB factory. This is the board. I want to look for something. I want to see these ladies. This is buying people time. Packaging, this term here, when we say product price promotion, well, this is what we call product with its package, with every detailed information on it. That is a product. When we say product, price, promotion, and a place, product is complete product. Here's the 100 pieces. That is product. See, like here's 100 pieces packaged and ready to send out. That is a product. And this is packaging part. Okay. Chinese mass production, synchronized routine, and this is production part and packaging. Now the delivery part, box making. Let me see this. previous one is a little bit with these ladies here. What they are doing is a little bit clear. Good. Yeah. Let me get to my opinion here. So, synchronized routine. There's another term I did see here. Packaging, packaging production. Product and packaging. All of this production. This is production, physical thing. Now I don't know, and I did see another video, and there's Alibaba.com, single date, Alibaba.com, 1 day sale, this thing. This bar, these two videos, like this thing, let me see this.
It's an event primarily targeted at mainland Chinese consumers, but so-called Singles Day has gradually caught on among shoppers in Hong Kong.
So it is no longer about people have to wait till the end of the month for Black Friday or to wait till Christmas for the sale period to come in. Singles Day is where they start shopping.
According to a study by Ipsos Marketing, last year Hong Kong became the first market where Singles Day surpassed all other key shopping dates in the calendar. The day gets its name as the ones and the date November 11th represents singles, and along with
this view here, this was a number. Good. Now on this bar, let me label this number 3 billion, and that was 1 day. I think I don't know in single day sales. Now just a second. Now in other words, this system, their system here, this timing system with its already synchronized routine culture for production, for packaging, for delivering, and for customer service, okay, and everything, okay, did the reward for 1 day, the daily, this is a day reward, their contributions, China contribution. And I don't mean like Alibaba.com contribution. They were rewarded by 1 day as this number. See, I don't believe they are in how to describe it, in bullshit providing thing. No, they're not. They are providing values. Now, like, we get paid by the value we provide to the marketplace, and we call the marketplace reality. This is reality. Good. Reality, when we describe reality, we'll go for a 4D system. And looking to their 4D system, ignoring a fact, one of the huge facts is that they did, but just a second. And you see this number here, they did have this thing. They did have this culture, something called synchronized routine. Like, if there's an output, like, okay, why would they do that? Why would they ignore a fact like this thing and that thing? And there's, like, don't tell me that this is to help people. Now no, it's not. This is the sun and this is the earth, and we are living in the earth, and this is time thing. You are not going for the time thing to tell me about making living. Well, that is the truth in China. Making living, making fortune, they did reach a level to change the time, to ignore a huge fact. But they did provide the culture, a synchronized routine. That is the culture that they have. They have that the end to the individuality and to the community thing. Like here's a child, he's a 4 years child. Okay? He's not a monkey, so you can't like he's a basketball and he's a child. What you are doing, man? Like he's going, no, this one is not going to be an obedient child. No way for that. No way to work for this one. Will buy a business. This is my opinion. This one will do mistakes over and over and over and over again. You have a problem with that, let's bring it to the table. Now, looking to the financial freedom for Chinese is a must. Looking for this habit, okay, like this is not like you don't describe it. If you did look to this video, let me show you something. Looking to this view in China, looking to this view, well, there are not just a second. This view, like they will describe their financial situation as food, clothing, and shelter. That's it. That's it. This is their life: food, clothing, and shelter. Anyone like, okay, he's doing this laptop, food. He's doing the RAM. He's doing this wonderful idea, the RAM thing, the computer thing. He's creating a rocket. No. Just take it easy, making living. And not what you describe as this is a Chinese job. This is a Chinese job, and we describe it as, boy, this is hard. This is hard. Synchronized routine. I don't know, but there's some reward system here in China. Okay, there's some culture they are operating from. I'm not saying this is a culture to be taken. No. What you don't know is a little bit that there's a 3 type. Like here's 1, and here's 2, and here's 3. What is that? There's none for the public. For the public. Yes for the public. For the public. Public. And we will say a business, a plan, a business, a plan with numbers and ready. Now a little bit. This means buying a business. And let me add another as an option for the ones with, let me describe it, contact center century skill thing. Okay, let me just allow me for this. Sales, marketing, PR marketing, and sales. Let me describe it as this. Why? Because a contact center is what? A newsroom. It's a newsroom. It's a news. Okay. They are using a VIA system. Anyway, a business plan with numbers and ready, like buying a business that it is ready. Okay. In other words, there's a fifth one, and we will say housing. Good. Looking to what option China have, what culture they did provide, like what is the operating system here that you have, people. They have ideas, they have mastermind group for having good ideas and communities. They have synchronized routine thing. Okay, they have mass production, they have rental mass production. They did master the product, they did master the marketing, the place. They did master the distribution channel to the point that we see numbers like 30 billion per day. That was the reward. Now let's get out of all of these windows here and look to our situation, and let's get to some basics. Like I like basics. If we are in the industry of testing ideas, now if I'm an IT, well, I have two choices. Well, I'm somebody in digitizing things. This will be digitized now. Okay, here's an already available system. Okay, it is better. I'm going to digitize it. Good. Now, or I'm going to make it from a disconnected environment into a connected environment. That will be a 4D system. That's my own situation. Digitizing 4D and testing IDs. Here's the web thing. If we said web, what is internet? Well, it's about a new lead. Okay, what is internet? It's about a new lead. That, like a new customer, creating a new customer. It's not about making money. No. If there's somebody saying somewhere that it is about making money, it's not about making money. It's about a new lead, and you will handle that lead. And if you did look to some like this reward system here, this daily reward, they provide like if you did sign up, you will be amazed that you have an account manager. See, like if you already created an Amazon account, it's my account. Well, here's your account manager. They provide you they don't just provide the 80% as a system, like here's an account. No, here's a system, and here's a human being. They provide the 100%, for example, from Alibaba.com. Well, and not just like that. Like, okay, your contact manager will communicate with you. They have a contact center. In other words, they have this contact center thing. When they are rendering testing IDs, they provide with a contact center, and they provide with a payment gateway. They're unbelievable. Now, looking to what something to admire in the United States, you will say Domino's Pizza delivering system within 30 minutes, and you are looking to what the Chinese have is this. Okay, one day. That was a one day. Now, idea, good idea and bad idea. Now, I don't know, since it is 6:38 Earl Nightingale in 1950 and 1940, his suggestion is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ideas. That was his suggestion, and doing it today. I don't know. Personally, I don't know. I have no idea whether it's a 25 ideas, new idea. I have no idea. Like, here's more contribution on ideas on the production, or like the contribution now for production, or the contribution now like for ideas improvement and that thing, for this two choices, for the financial choice and physical choice. Okay, is that this thing? Okay, financial and physical, and there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, or there's something here is not clear. There's something I didn't get. I didn't understand. There's something I didn't understand. There's something I didn't understand. Now, there's this contribution for production and with systems. Good? With available system. And there is this, how to describe it? There's something missing. There's something missing. There's a system missing. There's a system missing. I didn't zoom enough out enough. Why is it missing? I have no idea. The level of mind, let me describe it as this. The level of mind was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, day in and day out. Okay? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new ideas, and we are there's financial force, there's blah blah, there's financial sales force doing this and delivering and okay. Looking to what I do, I have 1, 2, 3 options. 3 options. One is digitizing. As you can see, this is a paper. This is a painting or a system. 2 is marketing, which generating a new lead, and 3, which is here's a product, here's an idea, and now it's connected. I don't believe that my choices are these 4 things. I don't believe that. Like these choices, okay, here's what we have. Okay, I don't like what I do say is here is a horse, okay, and here's a car. If I'm going to provide a faster horse or I'm going to provide a car. Okay, now this is 4. This is part 4. What is the value of this? The value of this is there's no following the follower. There's no synchronized routine thing. There's no following timing thing. There's something. Like my options is digitizing. Digitizing solutions. Leads solutions. Like what is that? That is internet. Leads solution, and the idea of a system, and that is digitizing. Okay, and digitizing and virtuality. Lead. The third part, what I said, Okay, let's make it digitizing. Like the internet thing is connected, this computer I can that is digitizing. Take it easy. That digitizing next level. And leads, new customers, and customer relation management, and CRM, customer relation management. Okay, and add to that some digitizing will be the human resources diving. But here's something is missing. Something is missing. Now, since we are living in the freeing people mind age, freeing people mind age. See, there's a freeing people mind age, and this thing, looking to these videos, you see, where's the kid? Where's the kids? Let me have YouTube again. See, Chinese kids. It's Chinese kid. Now, what is a professional thing? Now, how to describe? Let me have this. Yeah. Just a second. You see, a human body is legs, hands, head, feet. Okay, we did create it to help the human being on financial system here, on timing thing. We did created a page, okay, to help this a human being. Okay, now these hands, okay, if and legs, if they are heavy working, this is industry age. If we are operating on the mind thing, we call that freeing people mind, like freeing the mind thing. Okay, here's a ball. Okay, this is this is a professional player. This means that this kid have a coach. If I said this is a professional player, this kid have a coach. He is heavily trained, and these kids are trained. Okay, now looking to this video, I will say industry age, I will say information age. Chinese will say data age. Chinese will say data age, since they have a lot of details on the production. They will describe it as data age. Good. Now we are living in something called freeing people mind age. Like this will say this what is, like if you did listen to this person, he will say we are living in a freeing people mind age. Looking to this picture, you will say freeing people mind age. Good. Now these people are living from that culture, and they are saying these words. These people are living from that culture, and they are living. I don't know how people are playing with mouse things. I hate that. Good. Now, you see, anybody who would operate on animal, this is an animal. This is not yours. You didn't create it, so you can't make test on it. Like you can't create a fly thing, and you are going for a rat. That these people who do things on animal, like even I don't understand you. What type of animals you are anyway? Even like this is a rat. Like you should kill him. Okay, kill the rat, but don't do it like here's a rat, man. You give him a food or you kill him or her. I don't know, man. These people are animals. Let me first decide. Let it have an idea. Shims go outdoor for. Here's a shim go outdoor for. Let me have this thing. Okay. Let me look again here. Okay. There's an academic opinion, like okay, and there's a professional opinion. If you said look to this head as a doctor, okay, you are a stomach, like you are born doctor, like I'm not gonna touch that head. But here's an academic having an access on this mind. These people here are academics having access on this mind. the product was, the culture was this thing. Okay, this is the culture they have. Okay, now they would describe that as a professional, since it's timing thing. Okay, they will describe that this is the professional environment they have for production. Okay, you will see that they are in timing the hand and the legs. See, they are timing that thing, and that is a team thing. Good. This kid financial options is not communicated with him. Okay, and we are living in a world that this kid freeing his mind, even do you see this mind? We are freeing this mind. How to free our mind? Good. Now this person will live in data age, but he's going for freeing people mind age. Why is that? Why is it freeing people mind age? Is it playing sport? Like he's some kids are playing sports, and like this one is not playing basketball. Like he's a basketball. The normal tradition is to play. These kids are playing, having time. These people are dancing with the ball. Okay. Now this hand, legs, professional thing. Heart is the idea. Heart and mind is this idea. The heart and mind is this top of your industry. Okay, and this is an academic opinion. These are not a professional. To have access on a closed mind. He's a mind, human being mind. To have access on this mind, and as a doctor, like you will, as a professional, you will be in 20 years of experience. Like, oh, I'm looking to this, communicating with something, working fine. They did handle that to an academic. Okay, and the culture that we are looking here is these two terms. Okay, is these two terms, and when we deal with this thing. The description is freeing people mind. That is the description. Freeing people mind. Now what will free people mind? What is happening with that human being mind? Like if you said, okay, people mind, you will say content of a story, right? Like here's an operating system. If these people are in this thing, if these people are on this thing, I will say, okay, content of a story. I will say content of story. If you want to the family now, the story. If you want to the family, like here's a Chinese mother, boy, that if the one who did communicated a Chinese mother is a comedian, boy, you will laugh a lot, but this one will cry a lot. These ones are going to cry a lot, and it's academics. If you get back, as you said, content of a story, the output is like 24 coaches to neutralize this thing. Okay, now what? You will go with the why list, you will go with the how list, and to keep the content you will go with positive box, positive professional experience book, not the production, because there's some books on the production. Experience book. Okay, there's book to neutralize these things, and there's books to provide you with some values. Okay, maybe some of it of a professional thing. Okay, and you will go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ideas of what you do already. You do as a Nightingale checklist. Okay, but looking to this picture, like if you said China and you said America and you said timing system, 4D system, reward system and you said culture and culture, you'll see a difference in the need and the want for a complete country. Good. If you said financial education and you will look at some kid in pain, this is pain. It's not funny. Like if you said here's a kid playing with a basketball, he's not playing. Like if he's playing, he's not an entertainment show. Anyway, well, like this one will like it's not cat. This is not a cat or a dog or this is not a cat or a dog. No, this is a ball. See, this is production. Okay, this is a consumer. Okay, not he's not building Chinese with a cat. Kids with cats, for example, with cats. See, with dogs, with dogs, with dogs. With lion, with lion, like that. What is happening? Sheep. Now, getting back to the timing part and the culture that going on here and the culture that going on here and the daily added value as and how they did handle that and the ideas on a production and the mastermind on a production, we did find some kids with a ball. Here's some kids with a ball. Now I will pause here a little bit for 1 minute and sorry. Okay, we are back. Um, Looking to the when we describe a culture, like if you are looking to this screen, if you are looking to this screen, we describe it as operating system. See, this is Microsoft's operating system, and disconnected. Like when we say digitizing, they did digitize the operating system, they did digitize the culture, and they did digitize the culture for two reasons. Here's a custom presentation, and here's what you expect from a custom presentation. Well, that will be Excel, Access, blah blah blah, office work. Okay, and here's a computer. Okay, and here's a culture. Good. Here is a business design. Okay, and the idea that you have a computer indoor is like two choices. We are going for a business, or you are a consumer for ideas. Good. And you operate from these two things. Like I'm a consumer also. Okay, here's the system, I'm using it. Okay, but digitizing a culture, like here's an operating system for Chinese. Well, that is their operating system. Okay, and that is their culture. That is their culture. Where is the kids? Here's the kids. This is their culture. This is their culture. You describe it as, by these two words, you describe it as synchronized routine. And for a computer we have the multi-threading thing. Like, okay, multi-threading. Okay, but on the middle, on the like, if you did zoom out, this is not a cat. Like, they didn't share all of them. See this? They didn't share a cat. Like, here's a cat and here's a dog, and this is like, what is the type of a human being is this? See that? Like, if you look to that carefully, you will, when you listen to these words, Alibaba on freeing people mind. Now, when you listen to these words, www. Alibaba, Jack Ma on freeing people mind, freeing people mind age. These words are a little bit. These words are a little bit. Painful. Really painful. Just a second. I'm now opening these things. Good. You need to hear this. Okay. What we see is academics having access on children for the last 100 years, and what we see in China is following the follower, to the point they did have a culture. And that output from, like, here's somebody who was freeing people mind age. We did have access from academics on children. See, this is not a cat. This is not a dog. This is not food. This is a child playing with. It's amazing. I'm not saying it's not amazing. It's wonderful, but I'm saying that from this kid's shoes. I'm saying that from these kids' shoes. I don't want to do that. They are practicing. Wow, daddy liked me, mommy liked me now. See this little girl here? Why would they do that? The question is why. Do you see, if you are operating from a content of a story, okay, there's a content of a story, so you are operating. If you have an an operating system, you are operating from a content of story. Why you do this? Why would I do this? Are they creating people? No, they are not. They are creating this thing. They are creating this thing into packaging thing, or they are creating this. Good. Now, in other words, these people option is not clear. These people life option is not clear. To the point that the timing system from our sun is that level. That is China. I don't describe Chinese as as bad people. I don't. Like he's somebody with no. He's somebody with that. No, hold a bit. Why is his wireless here? I don't do that. If here's a sun and here's an earth and here's a politician said, okay, it's same timing now. For what? For delivering a basketball? Here's a food thing. Here's a food. What did happen to winter? What did happen to summer? What did happen to spring? This is the timing management, and this is the culture. And to the point, you hear somebody giving these words, somebody saying freeing people mind age. I see a lot of content of the stories, like his people are operating from. This content of the stories had reached a level that I don't know. The why list is not clear. Here's people buying computers, they have no idea why they are buying computers. Here's people are using Facebook, they have no idea why they are using Facebook. Here's people are using an email, they have no idea why to use an email. Here's somebody who did study computer thing, and I have no idea what it is about. Here's some PhD. They have no idea what it is about. To the point, they have no idea what it is about. These people, they don't have the experience what they use. He's a professional in production. They have no idea what it is about. And he's a kid playing a ball, and they have no. Here's a kid living in this world, and they have no idea what it is about. Why they are doing this? You see, they are in a uniform. They are in. This is people pain. This is a huge problem. We have a moonshot. We have a system called a moonshot. The moonshot system. You look at a huge problem. Okay. You look at a huge problem, and you provide a radical. Here's a huge problem. There's millions of people are suffering from that. You provide a radical solution. Then you provide a breakthrough technology. Good. If social media was that, no, it's not. See, if social media was the solution for freeing people mind age, they did provide it without a why list. If the computer itself or the mobile itself, we have no idea why it is. If the academic bodies are today providing entrepreneurship thing, and to the point they didn't answer why computer, why keyboard, why a mouse, why a phone, why talking to people. They didn't answer that. Why a contact center? They didn't answer that. Now, looking to these problems and situations, what is the good idea for freeing people's mind? If you want to earth west or to earth east, if you look to the earth west and you did look to the earth east, okay, what is the operating system that you can provide to handle a content of a story, to provide a why list, to provide a how list, to provide a freeing people mindset, common, like, not fake teach, how to describe it, teachers, access on teachers, then what you want to do with your life, eat, think and shit. We did see children that if you did have, oh, this is wonderful, amazing thing, if you did have that inside you, I believe you have some issue. See this? There's a child. If you come from this background of, okay, here is a child, he's going to become a doctor. If you come from that background, if you did come from that background, please leave this fucking video and fuck off. I don't know. If making living was, here's a chicken. If making living was, here's a tree. If making living was, here's the goat. If making living was, here is a cow. If making living was, here is sea. If making living was, here is an ocean. If making living was not handled by academics, we will have a huge difference in this world. Why basketball? If you did say why a basketball, you will find that these people, that these kids are really being mistreated. And somebody will say, wow, this ball is about abuse thing. This ball is about none for the public. What is that thing? This ball was none for the public. See? None for the public. Some version, some academic. Now, what is none for the public? What do you mean by that? See, when you look to a professional basketball player or basketball team, you waste your time, right? How you did enter this? You are entertained, you are happy, okay, and they, like, the player are happy, but who's really happy? The one who did sell you the ticket. That is a stage. In marketing, we have stages, right? But on a stage, a team, two teams, you will have thousands of people paying for the ticket. These teams are industry. These players are product. Do you see this kid is a product? If he's a professional, you can sell him. Like, this is I will sell him. This kid is a public relation solution. Oh, let's do some influence for a Coca-Cola. Let's do some influence for a phone, for a mobile. This is the a little bit the border of this life. See, looking here and looking to the synchronized thing routine into the level of it's a routine now, into the level of here's a basketball and not a cat, not a dog, not a tree. Okay, and here's somebody saying, here's somebody with a daily reward system as $30 billion. Well, someday is one day is saying freeing people mind, and that is affecting a lot of people. That is a huge problem. If you have a moonshot, they describe it as a moonshot. I did watch that in a video in a TED thing. They describe that these people who go to the moon, to the Mars, to these places, other planets. Okay, they describe it as a moonshot, and they provide technology. They provide solutions that people have no idea why. Why computer like that? That really amazed me. Like, here's a computer, they will tell you all the details about it, but you have no idea what is a custom presentation. And you can find that in an insurance company, like what custom. These people are caring about your death. Life have some sense of humor, and the agent have no idea why a custom presentation to solve your financial situation after your death for your family, and to keep them on that daily income and rewards. Interesting. And these people are creating the computers, by the way. Like, these people are creating they are creating software. I don't know if they're creating softwares these days. They are creating softwares. They are in hardware technique level. Like, if there's somebody saying how these people are how the Chinese are hacking our servers, well, they are not hacking your servers. You already provided that hardware tactic, and they did sell you that. So how this people can do what you already do? So you did created that tactic. Shit. Looking to Billboard Bay, huge situation. It's 11:20. It's been 1 hour. So operating system. In the 80s they did have operating systems. In the 80s they did have an operating system. In 2018 we have no idea what is an operating system. We have no idea what is a culture. We have no idea why a basketball, to the point that we did provided it to a child. Here's somebody academic that provided it to a child. Here's a basketball, and here's an academic who did provided a ball to a child. I don't know what mindset they operate from. I have no idea what animals type they have, but I didn't see the type of the normal animals that with the children. Here's a cat, here's a dog. This logical thing, and I like no, take it away. I don't know. Freeing people mind age and data age and following the follower is a huge situation. Is a huge situation. And even like if you did say, okay, here's the Arab war and the Middle East, like let me describe it as this. You see, an academic looking to an academic and describing them and shitting at everybody with their bullshit. See, here's an academic would look to this and would describe it as amazing thing, and you have to look at that mindset, and that will be a little bit of a human being level culture shock. Like, is this a human fucking being? Are you an animal? Why? Because I have another tab of content of a story. Like, come on, this is a ticket. This is a business. What is the business for you? Well, they create a computer. Wow. Yeah, forget about it. Forget about it. Just keep it on China mindset level. So, I don't know. This world is a little bit have some huge problems, and these huge problems here are a place of a reward. Solving small businesses was this thing. Solving small businesses situation with these, looking at this thing and understanding it, they provide this thing, this $3 billion, and true they have. I don't know if the Chinese have a capitalism or not. I have no idea. But these people that build real estates and they are empty. They did build cities and they are empty. And they are empty. They are empty. They did build bars. They did build cities from Wyoming. They did build London as a city. In China. I don't know. Looking for a huge problem. Looking for a huge problem. Freeing people's mind age is a huge problem, and I don't believe social media was a solution for that. Social media was an advertising system solution. They didn't free people's mind. No way did this people did free people's mind. These people, no way did it free people's mind. No way. Why? They did operated on the people mind. Like here's a people mind, and that's it. But when you describe a human being mind, you will say, okay, here's a people mind, here's an event people mind, and here's an idea mind. You will describe these people, and the content of a story that the idea mind is a few people. What really touched them is not what is in your mind. Like, what really touched them in this life is these situations. No, not like the people mind. You see these kids and your kid, they will compare like that. They will compare like that. This one will compare this child to this child, and he will forget every pain that this child have been through. That this ball is something that you have no idea what it is about. That you will go and watch a thing and you will not enjoy your time. You will fight for this thing. No, I will not. Why? I will fight to have this thing. See, I will have this thing. I want this thing. Something like that. Yeah, I don't care. Let's kill them I have no issue. It's their choices. Their choices in life, not mine. It's their choices in life. If they said this is a sport, well, yeah, it's a sport. There's a lot of type of sports, and this is one of it. Now what? Am I going to say no? It's not my problem to say no or yes or to have an opinion on that. But I have an opinion on this. Looking to these hands and legs and head and academic and the border here and academic building and the ball and freeing people mind. Title this as a freeing people mind and the timing part and that level to provide this these words here, synchronized routine. And looking here and what is the financial situation, and since 1900 and here since 1900, and these people did inherit it. Like these people used to have, like these people, this is an old country, not just a new. This is an old country, and years. And looking to their culture, looking to their operating system these days, looking to this people operating system these days, looking back here, and what is the problem to be solved here? We will have a freeing people mind. Same story here, same story here. These people are going to follow these people since they are going to be China. And they have no idea what it is. See, they have no idea what it is. These people are being sold life insurance from a customer presentation computer. And if you did go to anybody here and said, okay, why is the computer? He will say, oh, you computer people. And they have no idea that this is to help the sales. This is to help in the contribution thing. They have no idea. These people have a constructive thinking. The issue here is a constructive thinking. The issue here is following on a constructive thinking. That really make me now. Who did that? Where's the mistake? Academic education. That is the mistake. That is a mistake. That is unbelievable. Here's a ball. Like here's a ball, and here's a loser, and here's a coach, and they did make that. And here's somebody describing this as an amazing. No, this is a pain. This is a pain. Just listen to his mother. Content of his story. Listen to this kid, mother, content of his story. Listen to an American Chinese mother about her kid. Are you human? Are you human? This is not making living. Here's a chicken, you will stay alive. Here's a cow, you will stay alive. Here's a camel, you will stay alive. If making living, like if this was the thing, there's natural systems. There is a natural system. This person will survive. If making living is that level, I do believe that Earth do have systems that the human being mind didn't reach a level to be amazed by. Like they are so in the content, but the context is this is unbelievable thing. How this been created? How this tree and that tree were watered by the same water, and I did have this product. How? This is not happening. Here's a tree and here's a tree. This is unbelievable. Same water. We have a product, we have a product. Same water, same shit. Water, water. How did that happen? And this will make me alive. This thing will keep me alive. Not the boss. See, not the boss. You see, this is the not. This is the boss. Look at this. Look at that. This is IBO thing, team thing. This is professional. This is in an academic, in a constructive thinking, in a huge problem. I don't know, man. I like, if you are going to have access on this kid, you have to access on his mother and his father. If you want to have access, you have to have access on the home. Hey, to the Chinese themselves, you are going to have access on the home. Okay, not the school. This is school system. The school system is an 80 years old system, following the follower that was Harry, creating the employment system. He want to buy your time thing with other people money or with his money. And you did have a schooling system. You did have the it's making living. It's a 12 years of building. 12 years, how about 2 weeks? How about the last 2 weeks of the exam thing, from the exam? 12 years building thing? No, you are not. You are building people inside. Like, why is that? That is indoor habit. That to the point in business, we did see people indoor. 50 million businesses. The business owners and leaders, they are indoor. The government, they are indoor. Business, indoor production. That is an indoor habit for a secretary. What you see as employment system, that is an employment system for a secretary. For the next 65, for the next 20 years of her life, you will take care of her. I don't know, take care of her like until she die, because she's going to give you this time. Today, like, here's an employee for the next 40 years. I don't know. Yeah, I will work here for the next 45 years. I will work here for the next 45 years until you are 65 years old, and we will take care of you. That was the 100 years ago deal. Okay, now take care of yourself. We didn't give a shit about you. Now, no, don't take that money from me. That me being old, looking for my getting old money. You don't get it. You don't get it. This life have some natural system. Here's a cow, you will stay alive. Here's a chicken, you'll stay alive. Here's a camel thing, you'll stay alive. The camel, the idea of the camel, that this camel will support your life. A complete system. Here's a tree, support your life. Okay? And this thing here, synchronized routine, to the point, looking to the earth and the sun and ignoring that fact is these people provide rice. These people provide things, but that is a huge problem for the Chinese, and that will be here. See this view here, same story. Constructive thinking, no. Constructive thinking, no. And the timing thing is the operating, and the content, timing and content is the operating system. Okay, and all of that under making living, not making fortune. That is a different content of a story. Making fortune, let's neutralize your content of a story. Let's have your why list. Let's have, and now it's going for the how. The how you are 50% now, you can read this book, this book, this book, this book. Okay, here's the application from this science. Start doing. Okay, have some good idea. Or there's 3 systems. This is already business, this is already real estate business, and this is for the non-public. You now make $1 million per year, you make $200,000 per month, and we are under what? Capitalism. And you will be amazed with the people choices here, their priority. You will be amazed by the priority. What's the priority? Everybody want to be rich and comfortable and safe, but they are safe, comfortable, rich. If you want to be rich, you will have a plan for being rich, you will have a plan for being comfortable, you will have a plan for being safe. You will operate as employee and you will operate as a business owner. 2 things: safe and looking to become rich. But business doesn't make you rich if it is not with a positive cash flow. Now, I don't know, I'm trying to reach the bane. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to reach the bane of this kid. I'm trying to reach the bane of this kid. I'm sorry, but I'm going to draw him as this. Let me draw that. Here's the kid. Here's the mother. Here's the father. And all of these people want to keep him indoor. Here's the school system, and they have years. And here's the education system as high education system. And here's the master education system. And here's the doctorship education, education system. And here's the professional education system. If you think these people are like this, no, boy, this is missions and missions and missions and missions and missions and missions, okay, and missions and missions and missions and missions. Do you think this person will stay? Like today, like if you just describe this person, like this kid is a kid in America, 50,000 negative, that the negativity bar, access to this child. That is an American kid. That is a healthy American kid. 50,000 negative idea. Now why we call it negative idea? Not well communicated. Now the only solution that I did see from somebody, okay, he said why list how, but this one is should be neutralized. How? 24 coaches, not just one. See, the situation here is one coach maybe, okay, but this thing here, 24 coaches, 24 coaches. To do what? To look to the natural system and to buy his time. Now there is no, just a second, there's no plan here. There's no plan here, okay? But just be following. Don't get it wrong. Like, okay, let's just start schools and no. Just let's make living and funding from this situation. Here's people. What we are going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That will be an academic. This is ranking of life. The moment this person here start to neutralize his mind with content of his stories, Not social media. Social media do operate on this. If you did look to social media, you will say 7 and 8. Boy, that will be that advertising system. Utilizing this kid mind, 24 coaches, human being systems. 24. The mastermind group is 1 plus 24. Obvious you can do it. 24. Then what? Shutting down this 50,000. Shutting down this 50,000. Where is that? Well, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from it. Here's the 1, here's 2, here's 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see every idea here, everything, my mind did see it and it recognized it and did that and that. This is the virtuality part, not the physical part. Oh boy, story will continue. Now the why list is like 12 reasons, just 12 reasons why you do this. Now do you see this kid? This kid is doing this, right? Give me 12 reasons why this kid is doing this. Anybody? Anybody with a 12 reason? Making living, good. More. Now, what is in my mind now is 50 pages. 50 pages. 50 pages. Now, like 60 pages will change this person life. And these words, these words were from professional, like his academic body, professional body, and here's the you as an authority. Okay, now 60 pages for you as an authority, that is $1 million. Good, that is something good. Using a paper and a pen as a system, and you as a writer, as best-selling author, education, that will be like something like $1 million thing. Okay, you are out. Forget about that. Now, looking to professional body, describing the academic body, the difference between these people and these people, reading 60 pages and writing. He's reading, he's writing. Writing that provided me with money, reading that provided me with this amount of money. Writing and reading. I do look to things in a different way. And I do listen to bullshit from different ways. Academic professional and a publisher. He's an academic professional and a publisher, and all of these people. Yeah. I'm not saying I don't like this thing, by the way. Like, I do like it, I do dislike it. I'm not saying that. Okay? I'm saying, why would you do this? Like, if I have why would you do this? Anybody? Here's a basketball. It's now the reason that it. Here's it. Like China now is selling tickets, or building some, I don't know. Are you selling tickets for this event? Or just it is sport? No, it's not. It's not. Do you see this? This is sun level, this is earth level, and this is timing system. Okay, and there's something wrong here. Now if I did do that to you, I said, okay, here's China, Let's forget about this longitude added, like, okay, let's forget about this country, like. Interesting. It is interesting. I'm not judging anybody. I'm not judging anybody. But being discussed is, yeah, I don't know why. All of that for making living. What you don't like making living. Making living. And even like unbelievable production level. For example, real estate are empty, like, and no, like, just one child, and it's new. You can have more. And here, looking to this, real estate prices, rental. Your home is an asset. Your home is an asset. Anyway, you should go to school and find a secure, safe job. You should go to school and buy a business. You should go to work and build a business, or to learn and build a business. Just go to work and make more money. Keep it. What is the hardware and the software of that? Like, here's some people who created, okay, here's the audio thing. Audio in a car. Earl Nightingale did not. Now this is how Earl Nightingale did solve it. YouTube Earl Nightingale said Earl Nightingale. Now let me find Earl Nightingale. Strangest secret. And he did speak about the record thing. Talking about that. I hope this one here.
Back in 1956, I wrote and recorded something we called The Strangest Secret. Without advertising or fanfare of any kind, it outsold all other non-musical, non-entertainment type recordings. It's been heard by millions and millions of people throughout the free world, and in the process created a brand new industry. Learning through listening.
He said learning through listening. Learning through listening. And he said the strangest secret to success of all. We become what we think about all the time. We become what we think about all the time. We become what we think about all the time, the content of the story that we have, and holding into that thing with it is possible thing, we become what we think about. The idea that we believe in ourselves, and the difference between somebody who, like, they believe and that one didn't believe is tasting. Like 12, like, come on, 12 years telling you that you are, 12 years keeping you indoor, 12 years, 4 years keeping you indoor for an hour after an hour and after an hour, and that was the academic part. And then the professional part, oh, timing, oh, then the what it is, they did lie. Okay, here's a pen, here's a paper, use your mind. What do you think? Well, I'm going to for other information and have it, and I have access now. It's open book. Yep, it's open book. You can cheat and you can use your own words. Oh, you can use your own words. and I can ask them a question, and they will feel bad if you take oh boy. Learning through listening. He said listening. There's learning by doing. There's learning by teaching. There's learning by. But he used the word learning, and I don't believe that after all of these years, I can like this thing. I don't know how they did follow that, but how they did follow this 1990s. These people, 1990, internet. This person here is still amazed by the internet. Okay, and well, find a customer. And he described it as that data age. He's finding a customer, come on. Blaze, 1900, employees, finding a customer. What do you think? We can send our papers out. We have custom presentation. Now the custom presentation is on page. Now we don't do that. They did it like the losers. They did damage that. So we keep it small, and they talk to us, and we have some presentation for them. A proposal, engagement way of communication. A huge problem. Moonshot. Huge problem. Radical solution. And breakthrough technology. What is that? What is that? How to have a 24 mastermind group. How to have 24 plus 1 a group. How to have that? How to have that? Maybe Amazon books, but the timing test thing here is a little bit a huge situation. The updated content in the mind of the coaches is a different situation. I don't know. One of the amazing facts that I do look at, this people that ignore 1,666 0.87 mile per hour, and they did provided this timing system. They did ignore the sun, and they did ignore time is location and speed. They did ignore these facts to provide this two words, and they did describe it making living, and like Louis C.K. will describe it. I did provided you with things on air, like just eat it, just pick thing. Louis C.K. in the same. I like his ideas. Okay, here's Louis. This one is a bit like just a second. This one over and over. Influence for a third world king, anti-free world, anti-election, anti-voting. Why is that? As a comedian, anyway, he's a cool guy. Well, have him in your endure in your country, in Canada, as your king. King of Jordan now, the CIA spy king, should leave. Vote system. Vote. Just update your fucking mindset and vote. Leave. You describe, like these people describe themselves as a free world leaders, and then they like they are not elected, and they are describing them as a free world leader or with a common thing. No, there is nothing. This is not a free man yet. Elected? No. Election? No. Huh? He's a cool guy. In your country, in Canada, let him build a bridge for you. And the idea they don't leave as a free world leaders. Like he's a free world leader, he will be elected and he will leave as a free man from the office, from the administration. Now anyway, that was something here. This was an NLB attack from a fucking king of Jordan team. Anyway, anti-free war, anti-election, and barbarian animals of Jordan, Middle East. You see that? That was that thing. That was an influence for public relation. They know that I know that, and they did operate it. But what was the idea? That why? The idea is that was metadata sound. If you have no idea what it is, you can pick the phone and talk around the phone. This is illegal in the United States, illegal everywhere on earth, but they did that. Why? Because they are barbarian animals, anti-vote, anti-election. They are not free men or women. They don't leave and they don't be around with election. See that? With that culture, we can say why Middle East is a piece of shit. Now, I was talking about Earl Nightingale and YouTube. I was looking for something. What I was looking for is an idea. I had to forget it. That was why they did do that. Louis C.K. Louis C.K. on God. Or Red Indians. Oh, they are Red Indian. He did use the Indian to forget the Red Indian. Can you use vote to live as a free man? Fucking animals. God, Earth, listening. Meet at that.
I mean, everything that we introduce to the world is shitty. Meaning white people. Because I really think that white people are from like another planet. Because when we came to America, it was so nice. It was just Indians, and they weren't even Indians. We called them that by accident, and we still call them that. Like we knew in a month that it wasn't Indians, but we just don't give a shit. We never correct it. We came here, they're like, hi, and we're like, hey, you're Indians, right? And they're like, no. No, this is India, right? No, it's not, it's totally other place. You're not Indians? No. Ah, you're Indians. You're Indians for hundreds of years after. We ruined everything here. This was it was just coast to coast, just green and brown and beautiful. And all the humans were just walking around with painted faces, just walking. And they'd be like, ooh, that looks yummy. And then they just eat from the ground. And then they'd sleep on the grass. And they'd wake up and they'd fuck. And then they'd go for a swim and do a little dance. That was the whole continent, was just folks doing that. I mean, there was people in Mexico cutting off kids' heads and rolling them down the pyramid stairs. But that's always going on. What are you gonna, you can't do a whole lot about that. But I think we came from another planet, and the reason is because we don't like it here. I mean, why, if we're from here, if we belong on Earth, why aren't we comfortable on Earth at all. We need nice, smooth surfaces and right angles, and we need it to be cool and not too hot, just a little, just perfect. Like, why wouldn't, when it's hot, why wouldn't we just, yeah, fuck it? Why wouldn't we be like that if we belong here? And it's weird because people that aren't, whatever you call there's environmentalists, and then there's people who are whatever, they just hate environmentalists. But that's what people get angry at environmentalists, because they think they're slowing down the economy and creating restrictions. And a lot of these people are Christian. A lot of these people are very devout Christians. And that's such a confusing thing to me, that if you believe that God gave you the earth, that God created the earth for you, why would you not have to look after it? Why would you not think that when he came back, he wouldn't go, what the fuck did you do? I gave this to you, motherfucker. Are you crazy? The polar bears are brown. What did you do to the polar bears? Did you shit all over every polar bear? Who did this? Who spilled this shit? Who spilled this?
Okay, let me hear about this thing. Jordan, Middle East, using meta data sound to auto suggest ISB cluster, ISB cluster for selecting secret for selecting content are using sound to auto suggestion. Threat and provide panic, attack, stress, that's it. One focus. Okay, now lizards as YouTube brand and equality of rendering free world ideas as videos, but text MMS service. Like, I want to describe it to them like MMS service auto suggestion. Addition. Yeah, I did forget my query, my query, what straight. Daily basis, sound metadata. As YouTube. Okay, good. Now, what we see is, let's get back a little bit what I was talking about. I was going for an idea that doesn't exist. Good. What we see here is natural system, and I was talking about something. But if I did watch the video, I can get back to the idea that I was going for. Now I was comparing these two maps. One of them is about timing system and Earth going to 2667 mile per kilometer per hour, 1666 mile per hour, and here we have systems, we have Greenlands, we have natural system, and some point here somebody did look, okay, here's the humans, they buy their time, and we were looking to the Chinese, ignoring that fact of the sun, but they didn't ignore the fact of that Earth did provide food, and the only one who did communicated the idea, who can help me with that, was Louis C.K. can continue telling that about when God, the one who did provided natural systems, this superpower thing, okay, did provided a natural system so you can survive. Human being at some point did intercept.
Come over. Did you fucking spill this? What is that? It's oil. It's just some oil. I didn't mean to spill. Well, why did you take it out of the fucking ground? Because I wanted to go faster. I'm not fast enough. And I was cold. What the fuck do you mean cold? I gave you everything you needed, you piece of shit. Well, because jobs. What is a job? Explain to me, what's a fucking job? You work at a place, and when people call when their game doesn't work, and you help them figure it out. What do you do that for? For money. What do you need money for? Food. Just eat the shit on the floor. I left shit all over the floor. Fucking corn and wheat and shit. Grab it up, make some bread. What are you doing? Yeah, but it doesn't have like bacon around it, and like I like when it has like bacon on it and bread.
So yeah, he did continue the idea, and he did bring us back to what we were in. Why is the job? 8 years ago, you don't know what is that question is about. Why is a job? And here's some politician, more jobs. Why is a job? Yeah, a job for a politician is funding to steal. If you didn't get this idea, it's an opportunity to steal funding. Okay, that's what is a politician. And a job from business owner point of view is a political engineering thing. Influence on this area, influence on this thing. Okay, and let me click YouTube again. I want to see that. I want to see this public relation bar. Anyway, getting back to this location, what is job? What is a job? Why a job? Job. When a job? job. Okay, now there's each question here: what and when, and what and when, who. For who is the job? For who is the job? Who is the job? Why job? What, when, for who is the job? For who? By who? By who is a job thing? Why is a job thing? By who is a job thing? When a job thing? Why a job? How a job? Job. Okay. What other options? Other options for a job. For a job. And when a client. What type of income? Like 1, 2, 3 type of income. Basic, I don't know, money, basic, passive, portfolio. Now, how to put it right then? How to put it right for you? To put it right for you. For you. A third world king country. Third world king country. Shit. Country. A third world barbarian country. More jobs. What a fucking loser, huh? More jobs. Why is it job? I will write for you. More jobs. Fucking leave. As a free, as what free world leaders do. Leave. Vote. For you. Okay, it's not his job. You see, the difference here is not vote. Okay, God right thing. God right. Anyway. That fucking educated devil, I don't know. He like the future is internet of this one here, where the future is internet of things. This one here. We'll go like, wow, internet of things. Like he have no idea that there's that the internet is about IDs and about testing IDs and about a lead thing, and he will go with internet of things. Wow, fucking loser. That if that thing, this one here on funding, that will be $30 billion, and this one telling everybody about internet of things in a UN thing. Just let the free world leaders talk. No one to shut the fuck up and leave as what people would say and insist, unless they are right hypocrites on tuna tomato making living shit. Sure, more jobs, sure, yeah. What about vote? What about stop stealing the free world charity? What about your Swiss bank's account? Does that provide 5 million new businesses for your country or more? Does that provide Canada with 10 million business? 20? Your Swiss bank account for the last, or your family bank account in Swissland? Let's get to that point. And why not? Would you like to do some contributions for your kingdom and people? Fucking son of a cunt. Now anyway, that was a public relation thing. Some Indian Canadian comedian influencing a third world country, anti-free world, anti-voting, a Canadian. He used to see Canadian leaders building bridges. Not the French guy. This Indian saying not the French guy. For him, maybe not the UK guy, not the England man. Telling us about our girl right and voting right. For a king that bought him on leaving a country, like don't leave the country, the party early. Is that a king? Is that somebody care about people eating from garbage daily basis? For his, like, everything for by charity, and they are putting private taxes. They are taxing the United States for a CIA spy king since 1965, and that one having special taxes on people. What did he describe? And he went with more jobs. Provide us with more jobs. I don't believe, like, if you are like, here's a Jewish family and said, okay, let's give them more job. No. Just don't be stupid. This one is anti-election, anti-voting. No more jobs. Vote. Get right. As a human being to another human being, this is God right. This is the good God right. Vote. Fucking leave. If he having this fucking problem, just nah. Fucking leave. As a free world leader. Culture. They leave. If you claim that you are belong to that world. Anyway, all the Arab world. You see, if you are a free man, you will leave. If you declare that the CIA and the UK spy thing thrown for the last 100 years is not Hashemite thing, fucking leave. Unbelievable. And he have the ego to metadata, using YouTube as a fucking lizard, and tell me about this thing. Sound metadata. Do you know what is sound metadata? Sound metadata is listening to you, to a conversation, and providing a recommendation. These people not just providing a recommendation, they are threatening. And they claim they don't live like a free leader. They don't come as a free leader. And they are fuck results as leaders. And they are, and they claim they reached a level to claim that they are YouTube. They reached a level to claim that they are YouTube. See, Control and F5, a little bit is being intercepted. Anyway, now let's get back to what we have been talking about. We have been talking about two different real-time system. We were intercepted by public relation on no values, but just I don't know, man. Fucking leave. Do you know what is fucking leave? Fucking leave, you fucking cunt. This is your metadata sound thing. Leave. If you belong to the free world leader shit, leave. 20 years is more than enough for a fuck result. As a fucking king. Why is your country name interesting? Yeah, UK shit, UK shit. UK dead generals shit. Last 100 years ago. They did have an update. They have elections. The Englishman started to have election. Like I don't know how many years ago. And these people here, more jobs. How about vote and fucking leave? Do you belong to this land? No, he were kicked. He were kicked. He and his family, like, it started to bullshit. They did kick him out. And they did kick him out, but he did stick. Here's another spy. He's the father spy, the son spy, the son spy, the son spy, and the son is a spy, and the king, a kingdom. A kingdom on a free war charity, anti-voting, anti-free war, and leave. Leave if you are a free world leader, as you claim over and over on religion bullshit. Okay, you are the throne of religion bullshit, son of a prophet. Well, believe or vote. You will be living by election date. I don't know. These people, like, I don't know if they are with something inside their skulls. I don't think this is empty, but anyway, I don't know. Okay, now let's get with some idea here. We can go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as now. This is Lisa Brown application. Now mine. This is Lisa Brown application for top 1% in the world. Top 1%, and top 1% as individual. There's as individual, and there's top 1%, top of your industry as a business. That is Napoleon Hill, but that's 1937. A little bit today is the mastermind group, is a community. Everybody's going for that. But be aware of following the follower. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but zoom out. Top 1% as an individual. Content of a story. We will going for content of a story. Content of a story. Coaches, 24 coaches. Okay, plus 1, you 1. Okay, these are content of a story. Content like video, like, okay. We will say with the why list, this is 80% of the solution. 80%. And we will go with the how. Why would you do this? How list. This will be how thing will be 20%. This 20% is divided into 80% as a system, 80% as a system, and 20% as you. Give me an example. Give me an example. Here's a phone. You want to talk to people. how to talk to a human being. Okay, here's a phone system. I will call them, right? That is an 80%. There's a communication system. They provide services, right? And there's you. If you did provide the system, you are providing a service. Okay. The question is how to build the system. Now we go with this thing. How to build the system. Okay. And we call this a question. Am I building a pipeline, line, or a bucket? A bucket. That is the question usually to get into this thing. Or a bucket, if you are using a bucket to bring your daily basis water need, that by the way a charity by the United States taxpayer to Jordan, Middle East, and they charge people that on that, and they steal the money. I really feel sorry for the United States. Deep down my heart, okay, they did have this asset, like they did have this, and they describe it as insurance policy on their throne. I believe you did make some misunderstanding here. Fucking spy is a little bit, you are a fucking spy. A fucking king, you are a little bit fucking king. Leadership thing and free world leaders thing is an elected process and a living process, and there's a timing thing, frame. You see, you enter, input and output. Okay, how to put it right for you is the right question. I don't know, man. Am I building a pipeline or a bucket? That will be your daily basis water need. And the huge problem that we did find is freeing people mind thing. Okay, freeing people mind. When we say people, there's three type of people. There's people and people event, and there's people idea. People idea are the few people on this planet. They describe it as that. I don't know if I'm wrong or right, but here's a human being. This is an idea man. This is an event man. This is man as a human being. This is a people man, or a human being. What did they say about me? Handling rejection thing, or a ranking thing. I don't know. Or the rat race. They did describe it as a rat race. The employment thing as rat race. Getting out of the rat race. Getting out of the rat race. Good. So when we look to that kid, to that Chinese kid, with what we describe at China as at their top of protection and top of delivering and top of financial thing, looking to the kid, culture, operating system, we have a huge situation, and that is here. Synchronized routine. That will be here. See this? Now this thing is being solved with this thing. See, we have a synchronized routine. This thing. Synchronized routine. Okay. Now let me a little bit title this video. Let me title this video Chinese synchronized routine, Earl Nightingale solution. Okay, routine for the system. Okay, Chinese as routine. routine. Nightingale, nab. Why is that? Um, individuality. Lisa Brown on individuality. Top percent. Lisa Brown top 1% on program on individuality. On individuality and mastermind group. Mind group. Okay, group. Okay, routine. Let's brown to 1% on the routine. Operating system and culture system. OS operating system, like OS. Culture. Okay, not cat. Boy, 4D system. Good. I believe this will be the title to the point. But what is a job thing? What is a job thing? God, I don't know what it is, a job thing. No, do you know why? Yeah. God on what? God. Imaginary God. What is a job? I believe that, but I don't know. A little bit. I will have something, but I should end it because I did use YouTube for some ideas. Let me have this thing. Here. China, let me share this thing. Okay. Let me have this thing. I don't know. I didn't recognize my order. I'll be that. But the most important thing is the kid. This is my Nightingale, Louis. Where's the kid? Basketball, Alibaba, Chinese. Yeah, this is the thing. Chinese. What's a job thing? Okay, and this thing. Okay, but I don't believe to the point we did provide any solution. That was like there's one of education. That will be a little bit Louis CK, Indians Bio and got that thing. This will be share this thing. Copy it. We have here and ball. Routine 4D system. Now, why is the job thing? Man? I believe this will be why is the job thing. What is a job thing and more job? Why is a job thing? To solve it with more jobs. Ah, why? Why is a job thing? Why is money? Why is money? What does like? Money is a state of mind. Rich is a state of mind. He's the king sharing with his like solving his people with situation, as he claimed over and over. Now elected, what to say, with more jobs. See that? Is that a king? Is that an elected free world leader? Is that a living free world leader? As all do, and as all do, vote, leave. I don't know, man. Oh, why is money to solve it with more jobs? To keep a throne. Keep a throne. To keep a... To keep what? To keep religion shit to throne? I don't know, man. Like now, they were nothing, and they will continue as nothing. Okay, we were on this level, on God's earth. Okay, this was where I'm going, and how list positive experience box. Top 1% individuality. Quality by Lisa Brown. Top 1% individuality program. Top 1% in the war. Being one of the top 1% in the war, an individuality program, self-development program, program 124 plus 1, 24 coaches plus 1 to neutralize the content of a story that we operate from, as a secret operate from. We become what we think about. We think about all the time. Life secret. Strangest secret. Obviously isn't here. Watch 1 hour. Watch 1 hour or motivational video. Watch 1 hour motivational videos. Day in and day out. And day out. Now to write 12 reasons of why you do this. Why you do as why list. Reasons as why you do this. List. Why? Give me reasons why you do this. Did you see the child? Don't be that child. Mother to yourself. 3, how to do it. Well, 80% system, and 20% is the how. But am I building a pipeline line or a bucket? Or I'm using a bucket. That okay. Now after that I can say this is 3 words: scale, solve, and you can say market. These are 3 words here: market and market, scale, market, and solve. And this is another video. And my and solve, which then something like that. This video is something to listen to, and as a start point. And this is the decisions. This thing. Let me have this video, and let me have, first of all, let me have this Nightingale's success of all time. Yep. A little bit, this video is really a place of interest. Copy. And Earl Nightingale, no. There's a video for Lisa Brown. If you did this thing, there's a video for this. Start by querying for by searching for Lisa Brown videos. Now, and you will, and that's it. Now, scale, market, and solve. This is one of the, like, these people will bring it to you on the, like, if this was the, but the situation still, I did see that thing. A little bit is something to think about for me, and that's it for this video. Let's get back a little bit here. This is it for this video, and where we are going for freeing people mind age. Thank you for watching, and spend a long 2 hours, 3 hours, spending a long 3 hours. Have a great rest of the day, and bye bye.